Okay, it looks like I'm quote unquote live, although this is currently an unlisted video while I schedule it to be released about an hour after I finish it, probably around 8 o'clock tonight ish, so that people will be able to see it tomorrow and have an idea of what's going on. I'm just not feeling the lives yet. I am working on getting back and doing some lives. So just, have some patience. I am getting there. Um, this is just some news and updates. I'm going to show the aquamarine kit that went out to all my Patreon subscribers who are signed up to receive kits, and to the prepaid subscriptions through Etsy. Those went out on um, Saturday, this past Saturday, over the holiday weekend. I do have a couple more going out tomorrow. Only one of them is for a prepaid subscriber. It just got missed on my list, and I apologize for that. That will be going out tomorrow. Just things that are coming up with me. I'll be having for a while some more video content as opposed to just doing lives 3 or 4 days a week. While I'm catching up and while I'm working out a system for some products that I want to, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. I haven't been talking much lately. It's just been mostly me in my room being quiet. I have some new products I want to get underway, and so I'll talk a little bit about that coming up. First thing, more upcoming videos. I'll have a few. My Curly sale haul video. I still haven't opened my box from Curly's last sale. I know she just had one over the weekend. But I haven't even opened the box from the last sale. So I want to do that and do a video for that. And then I have some Happy Meals I received, and some other stuff like that. A couple of purchases I think that just would be fun to share with you guys. Those will probably come out next week or so. I will be live tomorrow with a very short pop-up sale. It is not for the Color of the Month paper pack. I will cover where you can purchase the Color of the Month paper pack if you are not a Patreon and not a prepaid subscription whose kits have already mailed out. These will be an extremely limited supply. I do have quite a bit of the paper and stuff, but I'm only making a few kits. When I get back from my trip, and more about that upcoming, in probably the first couple weeks of July, the individual components will start to be being made available in my Etsy shop. Tomorrow there will be, I think, some ledgers, some file folders, and maybe one or two other things in the aquamarine color, but most of that will not be released until the stuff that's in the kit won't be released until next month. So for the most part, you may see a few library cards or tags because those some people like to buy extras more than what's in the kit. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. my time, which is 7, 8, and 9 across the country, will be the pop-up sale. It's just going to be a shorty, like I said. Monday will be my last live before I go on the trip. I'm getting to that. I really am. I'm going to do my creepy glue book, aka my Halloween glue book. I had intended to do that some time ago, and I just kept either sleeping through or having to be out with Els while she was doing Postmates to make money for the trip, and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to reschedule that, and I will do that on Monday at 6 p.m. my time. Just to get a little content, a little interaction with you guys before I leave on the trip. On the trip, I'll try and take fun pictures of things we see, Maybe I'll manage to get a few stop signs or street signs in there. I don't know, but I will try to post to Darkwood Sanctuary, some fun things from the trip. So the trip, yes, it is Elsa's trip, scavenger across America with her granddaughter. I've been asked to go. She's having some health issues and stuff, and she is agoraphobic and a germaphobe and all of that. So Mike's not going with her, so I've been asked to go, and so I will be gone. We're leaving. I believe this is the case on the morning of the 8th, which is this coming Tuesday. And and she has not finalized, as far as I know, I haven't been told the full itinerary. So it's an 8 to possibly 12-day trip, the way it's been described to me. So I will be gone for those days. And then when I get back, I have still catch up to do on my dyeing, and I have videos to do, and I have several projects I'm working on upcoming for the fall that I really need to dive into. I've got most of the supplies for it, and it's going to be hours and days of work on end. So that's what's been filling my time. I talked about in my last live that I did some of the reasons why I hadn't been online, and then I had some personal stuff come up that I'm just not going to talk about. That took some time to work through, and so those issues are resolved. And obviously I didn't move as planned. I'm having a lot of trouble finding an apartment, having not rented one for a while, and because people fell behind on their rent during the whole COVID thing, rental companies and leasing agents are asking for totally different criteria. They always kind of looked at your credit score and stuff like that, but now they're asking for things like a 600 or a 650 credit score. It's laid out, basically don't even bother to apply if you don't have this. And I don't have a 600 credit score. So my move has been postponed. But hopefully, I know the measures they took to keep people from getting evicted are set to expire in June or July. I can't remember. I think at the end of this month. So I'm hoping maybe in the fall, after it's been a few months and people have unfortunately been evicted, if that's what has to happen, maybe I'll find a place that will accept me, and I'll have more of the year's income to show and all of that as positive for being able to get. And I am looking here in Vegas now. I still kind of have my eye on Utah, but I really was unable to find anything in a price range that worked for me. So I began looking in Vegas. There's a little bit more in my price range that is an adequate size for me to have a bedroom and to have a dyeing studio in it, where I could have between 3 and 5 tables, and that will allow me to expand into new product lines, to do different things with the papers, some ideas that I've really had for a long time that I'm dying to act on and just haven't been able to get to. So that's where all that is at. So I wanted to show you the aquamarine pack. I have some olive paper to show that I did I did a custom batch. And I have some leftovers, and I think that will probably be in the sale tomorrow, the leftovers from that. But I want to do a flip through of some of the, it's a little bit different than it is the color, but there's some different layers to it, and I hope they'll show up on the video. Yeah, so after the trip, I've got a whole set of products I'm working on, and some journals that I'm looking to make that I've been putting off, that I now have most of the supplies for. So that's what will be happening after the trip. So let's dive right into, this is what the aquamarine pack looks like. This is the front side. So we got some library cards, and under here are some library catalog cards. We've got tickets and envelopes that you probably can't see. Or wait, I think the envelopes are on the back. Dot matrix paper, deli paper. There's a full list down in the description box. Down there, you know where it is. The coffee filters. On this side, there's 2 signature sheets of music paper, and this is a Korean English dictionary. I've got some individual items to burst out over here. And there's your ledger paper right there. Index cards. So in line with the kits that were released all spring, this was supposed to be the April color of the month. So that should give you some idea of the time, how far behind I am in the dyeing at the moment. I am steadily working to get that resolved. But let's get in here and show you what's in the kit. We'll do the usual flip through that I usually do on a live. Like I said, these will not be being sold tomorrow. So this is from a ledger I got from Johnny in that one massive ledger. They're huge pages, but I haven't even actually measured them. So let's see. This is 17, a little over 17 and a half by maybe 11 and a half. Yeah. It's got so this is the county court docket for Ellsworth County, Kansas. And it's from the 1960s. This is dated 1962. Most of these are driving things like speeding, not having your proper licensing, stuff like that. There's a few different kinds, but most of these are traffic violations. This is failed to yield the right-of-way, which in 1962 cost them a whopping $15, which was actually probably quite a bit of money in 1962. And a lot of it was just court fees. Let's see, enduring judgment. Yeah, a lot of it. So it's actually kind of funny to read these. So there'll be one of these in your kit. 2 sheets of the ledger sized paper. Now this is the 20-pound paper, not the 32-pound paper. This is the regular, the regular paper I use is 24-pound. But this is, I made a mistake in what paper I took out. So this is 20-pound paper, but it's fun. And it is actually pretty sturdy. Then there are 3 of the wet wax deli sheets, the ones that you're used to. These don't have quite as much stippling. These are just a little more spotty. The way the color mix went this time, it didn't quite bubble up the way some of the other ones did, but it's still a lovely shade. Let me see here. Maybe if I put that down a little bit. No, let's see. What do we want to do? Oh, I looked right into the light. Don't look into the light. Don't look into the light. Oh, and then I knocked over some stuff. Okay. So far that's what we've got going on. I'm just going to scooch that kind of into one. So that, okay. There are 5 sheets of the dot matrix paper. The yellow kit coming up, the mid-month mini kit that would have been for April, will have the last of the dot matrix paper in it, unless I get lucky and find some on this adventure. So there's 5 of those. And, I forgot to mention the deli paper is kind of looking more teal, as is the ledger paper. For whatever reason, this batch, some of it did come out a little tealy. Because the aquamarine and the teal are very close in color range. So there are 2 sheets of the cardstock, 110 pound. And then there are our usual 15 sheets of the 24-pound paper. So, I'm looking right into that light. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Oh, it doesn't want to come apart. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So there we go with 15 sheets. So I think I'm just going to have to put that down for right now. Oh, sorry. I was blinded myself. I was blinded by the light. Okay. So 15 sheets of the regular paper, 24 pound. There are 2 of the lined notebook pages. 1, 2, 3 of the newsprint pages. Okay, so we're going to push this up as far as it will go for right now. There are 2 of the music signature music pages, so it's a full signature. Some of them are children's music, some of them are, there's just a variety. There's some regular, some children's, and it's all just randomized in the packs. So 1, 2, 3. These are the Korean dictionary pages. They are darker on one side than the other, as you can see. They're very thin, and they're upside down. They actually go this way. So, but they're very thin. They're fun. It is a signature page. I've just ironed it flat. So, in some of your smaller books, it could go in whole just like that. This is very fun for collage too, though, and for if you wanna use it. It's just good for collage or decoupage. Let's just say that. So 3 of those. And then we've got, hold the phone, I've got to gather up the things so that I can show them to you. There are 3 envelopes in this kit. There's a larger size invitation envelope, a regular number 6 security envelope, and these are all, for the most part, disassembled. So that way you can line it if you want to. It happens sometimes with the dyeing. And then a number 10 window envelope. These were gifted to me by Brenda. So this is the kit they wound up in. We've got our 9 index cards. So 3 of each size. The 3x5, the 4x6, and the 5x8. So those are all in there for you. And then we've got 3 of the library checkout cards. 3 of the library catalog cards. And this is another item that came out more teal than aquamarine. And I think it's because, excuse me, because this is a more vintage paper. And it's been handled a lot. So there's those. And then, of course, there's, I did the tags this time. So there are 5 of the mama tags. 3, 4, and 5. And we got really high coverage on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the last thing, and I think that's everything. Let me just take a spin through my, oh, I forgot. There's one other thing that's not on there. 1, 2, 3. There's coffee filters. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 2 strips of the tickets. This is a plain numbered ticket, so you can actually stamp something on it if you want to. And then our double raffle tickets with the space on the back to put the the information and stuff. So, and it's a strip of 5, so you get in this case 10 tickets and 5 on this. So that is the whole kit. Let me go ahead and pick these up so that I don't lose anything. And it all comes, I'll show it again as the done pack as soon as I scoop all this up into a pile that I can actually control and it won't fall over all over the place. Because this one needs to get prettied up and put into a poly bag, one of those cello bags. Okay, so, and this again is how it will come. It will come looking like this. All nicely done up and pretty looking for you. So that is how it will look. I inadvertently left the olive paper in the other room, so if you bear with me for a second, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I did another batch of bags. These came out quite dark, I must say. They're the large paper sacks. And they'll be in the sets of 3. Some of these did come a little, no, they appear to have glued themselves back down when I ironed them. But they are a little loosey-goosey, so you, depending on your application, you may want to put a little glue in there. So there'll be some sacks in tomorrow's sale, some olive sacks. And then this is the rest of the custom batch that I did. Let me kind of get it all lined up. It has been ironed and everything, but it's been moved around all over my room the last couple of weeks. So let me pull that off there so I can get to a, like, so you can see there is a color range and some interesting effects this time. So let's see. I don't know if they're going to show up very well on the video, but I'm actually going to break it in half and do it in halves. Oh, and you know what? Let me see. Nope. It's just, I thought maybe there was some cards stuck in here, but there's not. It just feels stuck for whatever reason. Okay. So, let's pull this back. And, oh, here you can see some of it right here. Oh, let me see about the light. No. Oops. Let's see. Let me try. That's not really, that's even worse. That's worse than it was. Okay, let's try that. Okay, well, what I'm trying to show here, let's see if I put it up closer. And this one's got a little, the corners having a moment. Let's see. Okay, so maybe, okay, here we go. So this is true. This is darker up here. And then it's almost got like a forest green hint to it. And then it's olive, and then it comes down here in this corner, and then it becomes more of the foresty green. So it has patches like that in here. Also, this paper has a little more texture than usual. So let's see about a flip through here. Let's see. Okay, so look at that. You're getting some patterning, and it does feel textury. But you've got, so I'm really trying to get it to show up so that when I bag it, so you can see it's got some veining in it. Okay, so let's continue on. And this has some, well, almost looks like polka dots on it. I would say for whatever reason, this paper feels a little stiffer than usual. Here again, we've got there's a nice color variation. It's very light here, and then it gets darker down here. For whatever reason, this batch had some effects in it. Got some interesting, oops, I need to sort out some of there's still some damages floating around in there. So you can see some of it's very, very dark, and some of it's very, very light. This is almost an apple green, this section right here. And again, you won't be able to make any special requests, unfortunately, because I do kind of shuffle all the papers. And then it gets really dark right here. And then this one has some of the foresty green on it again. It's where the colors either settled or didn't mix quite right. But we did get some interesting effects. Again, with the polka dotty effect, I'm not sure how I got that. There is some stippling on here. Let's see if I think you can kind of see it where the darker speckles are. So I'll be packaging this up. And just so you know, it does feel, the paper itself feels a little stiffer. And I'll get out a couple sheets and I'll fold them. So we can see that there's no, just some fun, interesting. So I will divide these up into packs of 25 and they will be in the sale. But let's pull something out. Let's try not to get something with a lot of effects on it. Let's try this one and one of these lighter ones. How about this one with the folded corner? Okay, so it folds fine. It's sometimes if the paper feels stiff, you'll get some cracking when you try to fold it. And let's try this one. Actually feels stiffer than the one I just folded. Let's see what happens when I fold this. No, that folds fine. I'm even going to try folding it the other way. It's been just being moved around my room. I haven't had a chance to really. So, yeah, it's fine. There's no cracking or brittleness to the paper, which sometimes happens when it feels stiff. It could just be that it's been sitting in a pile and it hasn't been flipped through in a while. So, and let's do the other half. So you'll see a lot of spots like this where water pooled on it. And you can see, listen, it's got a little texture to it. So you can see again with the color variations, even some of them are, the corners are like stuck together. So these are a little more aptly than olive, but the ones down at the bottom are super dark. And here's some more super dark ones. So I will shuffle them together a little better and you'll get a nice mix of papers in your packs. I'll do it again from the other side and I'll try to go a little more slowly. I know that was pretty fast. So you can see here the paper in there. See, compared to the middle, how dark that is. Okay, so let's go here. And look at that. Got some nice dark. And it definitely has texture on it. Maybe I used polka dot trays and I just don't remember it. I was trying out some new stuff. Oh, and let me smell the paper after this. I think this is the batch where I did, and that almost even has a little bit of a pinky undertone right there. Like, see, I think if I hold it like this, look, you can see. Yeah. So this part is more of the forest, and then you get down into a duller olive down here. Ooh, and that's got texture on it too. So I'm going to take out some sheets for myself, obviously, because I didn't save any of the previous olive batches, and this has such interesting things going on that I would love to work with this in some of my creepy journals coming up. Check it out. Oh, and there it goes too. Look there. This has, I may keep this page out for myself. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Let's see. It's very foresty green right in here. A little bit darker up here, and then on the sides, like down here. I'm keeping that one for myself, sorry. But you can see these. This one has some here, and this one has like a whole patch, like starts over here and comes down this way. Although this has some damage right there. So some of these papers will be a little more frayed, a little more tattered than your. This batch kind of mocked me the whole way through. The person who custom ordered got the very best papers out of it. But there's nothing wrong with the rest of this paper. It just didn't quite turn out olive. Some of it is very, very dark, and it's still olive, but some of it approaches apple, and it's got some interesting settling. Look this here. It's very, very green again. Yeah. So, is it wrong to love your own paper? This here has some stippling, just right here in this section. Let's see if I can. Oh, there you go. You can just catch right in there some stippling. So, this will be in tomorrow's sale. Oh, and there's from it being weighted down. That's what those are. But I obviously need to go through, because when I did it, I didn't take out all of the damages. That's something I wouldn't include, but the other page where I showed you where it had a little tattered edge, I'd probably leave that in. Okay, so that's the olive thing. And I feel better now that I know what folds without. That was my only concern because it just felt so stiff. But I feel pretty good about it now. So let's pull back over that aquamarine. And this video is now half an hour, so I need to get off here, because that's pretty much a lot of people's tolerance level for me running my mouth. Okay, so just a quick rundown. I'm leaving on the 7th. No, the 8th. Tuesday the 8th. We're supposed to be leaving early in the morning. Els has been having some health problems, so I don't know if it's 100% that we're going, but she's been planning this trip for a while, and I know her granddaughter's looking forward to it. I myself would rather stay home because I'm a homebody, but you do what you got to do. But I would rather see her in good health than push a trip where she's not feeling quite herself. So yes, upcoming videos, upcoming lives, tomorrow with a pop-up, Monday with a creepy glue book. It used to be my Halloween. I'm just going to call it the creepy glue book now, because it's just going to continue until it's done. I'm thinking about making a tag and putting a couple of things that are going to turn into tuck spots on Monday. Some fun stuff that I wanted to work with that I don't even know that I really have had a chance to show it to people. I know I did way back in the beginning, but then it got shoved in the bottom of the bin and never used. So, and I haven't really done any glue booking or collaging for, I got to 80 collages in the 100-day project, but people never saw most of them. So, but I did get 80 out of the 100, and I feel really good about that. The aquamarine kit will be available to purchase tomorrow in the Etsy store. I'm going to make it live at 5 p.m. my time, an hour before the sale. If you purchase anything from the store, and I know the inventory is not super big, but if you purchase anything from the Etsy store between 5 p.m. and when the sale ends, an hour after the sale, I will do free shipping for your whole order, including the stuff on Etsy and all of your anything you buy in the pop-up. So there'll be that. I think that's everything. And then I did have the projects that I'll be working on. So at almost 35 minutes, I think I've covered everything. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or send me a message on Facebook. I think I still owe Robin M a message. I keep forgetting. It's not intentional. I promise you, I'm not ignoring you, Robin. I sit down every day, and I'm so easily sidetracked at the moment. But I will get back to you. And anybody else that I have missed, please let me know privately, and I will address any issues that are out there. I think I've pretty much contacted everybody who was affected by the delays. So this will be live tomorrow at 5, and it will be in the store after that. But anything between 5 p.m. and an hour after the live stream, if you order in that period, free shipping for your pop-up items also. So that's all I've got. So until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Each and every one of you, absolutely. No, that's not right, is it? I've forgotten my own thing. Let's see. Until I see you. Nope, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I hope you're having crafty good fun. I've forgotten my own thing. I'm going to have to watch one of my own videos. I appreciate each and every one of you, your patience, your understanding, all of your kind words, for the people who contacted me and supported me during this time. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so very much. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye, 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 bye. The end.